68 cryptocurrencies are deemed securities by the SEC. North Korea is building nukes with stolen crypto. Millions to billions in liquidation, and so much more crypto news that you don't want to miss out on this week. So welcome back again. I'm Theo, a content creator for the AltCryptoTalk team. Nothing in this video is financial advice, purely my own opinion and based on my own research. Do not invest in anything you can't afford to lose. And thank you to everyone who supports our channel. Honestly, you guys are incredible. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And leave a comment if you have any questions whatsoever. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at AltCryptoGems for daily crypto content. And check out our website for frequent guides, project reviews, articles, and everything crypto related. Okay. Let's jump straight into the video. Okay guys, so let's start off with the first article, which North Korean hackers have stolen £2.4 billion worth of crypto to fund ballistic missile program. Now this sounds absolutely nuts, but is actually true. I'm seeing this article all over the place. And to be honest, does it come as some surprise? If North Korea aren't able to make trades with any of the countries in the world and they are being neglected, the only way to make money outside of their economy would be to steal it. So obviously they have stolen £2.4 billion worth of crypto from innocent people, and they must have had some serious hackers on their team. So apparently North Korea is training criminals to impersonate tech workers and employers as part of their sophisticated schemes, and that has reported over $3 billion in stolen funds. The Wall Street Journal reported the story of an engineer from a blockchain gaming company who thought he was about to walk into a new, better paid job after a recruiter contacted him via LinkedIn. But what was followed was part of a vast North Korean operation that saw a document claiming to be part of the interview process forwarded to them. But it was actually a malicious bit of computer code that, when opened, allowed the hackers to access his computer. It then allowed hackers to break into the company he worked for, Sky Mavis, and make off with more than $600 million. And Sky Mavis is the company that owns Axie Infinity. The American outlet reported that this was the country's biggest heist and a part of a longer pattern that saw them hacking and robbing their way to funding about half of the dictatorship's ballistic missile program. President Joe Biden said the real surge in the last year has been against central crypto infrastructure around the world that holds large sums, like Sky Mavis, leading to more large-scale heists. Supposedly, it all started in 2018, and there were over 40 successful attacks in just 2022 alone. An increase in testing of missiles by Kim Jong-un's regime has occurred across the same period as an uptick in the crypto thefts. So essentially, they haven't really got evidence to prove that it is North Korea doing all of this. However, it seems to tie in together where they're getting all of this money, and then all of a sudden they are building bombs out of nowhere. So it seems very likely that they are stealing the crypto and that they are building bombs with it. It was claimed that North Korea has built a secret workforce of thousands of people around the world to help with its heists. They will pretend to be IT or tech workers and sometimes conduct interviews, luring their targets in with job offers as they pretend to be employers. They also allegedly use Western front people to get themselves hired for crypto companies, using these people who were described as actors to get access to the companies before leveraging their internal position. So Erin Planty, the vice president of investigations with Chain Analysis, was also reported as saying they were really early into crypto and they were some of the most advanced users of crypto early on. This led to a first of its kind hack earlier this year where the North Korean linked hackers hit a number of firms using a cascading supply attack. They broke into software makers one at a time, having hacked into a software company before a corrupted version of their product was downloaded by another company, allowing them access both. Well guys, it seems that North Korea are the largest hacking group in the world. I would be very careful if you're applying for a crypto job or whatever it may be, or if you're just talking to people online, be very careful with what information you give. Don't give anyone access to your computer, obviously don't give out any passwords, don't click on any dodgy links, and of course don't download anything silly. Let's move on to the next article. So guys, with the next article we've got Binance centralized exchange has had $392 million withdrawn in just 24 hours. Now, this is absolutely enormous. People are panicking. However, the market cap is still over $1 trillion. CZ, the CEO of Binance, or was the CEO of Binance, revealed that the crypto exchange experienced a substantial net withdrawal amounting to approximately $392 million within a span of 24 hours. The revelation sheds light on the cash movement within the exchange during a turbulent period following the US SEC legal action against Binance and Coinbase, which created substantial ripples across the cryptocurrency industry. The Binance CEO was swift to differentiate between cash withdrawals and changes in assets under management, also known as AUM, emphasizing that the former might present a misleading impression of the company's financial condition to external observers. So CZ said, according to our data, last 24 hours, Binance net outflow is about $392 million. Our wallet addresses are public. Some third-party analytics measure change in AUM in USD equivalent as outflow. This would include crypto price drops, which decrease AUM as outflow. Some even only measure outflow, not inflows. On a sharp price movement day like today, many arbitrage traders move a lot of funds between exchanges, usually exponentially more than on normal days. Arbitrage traders often transfer large sums of money between exchanges on days marked by significant price fluctuations, resulting in remarkably substantial outflows. These withdrawals probably stem from investors seeking to capitalize on price disparities across various platforms, rather than indicating a lack of trust in the exchange as a whole. This is not the first time such massive outflows have experienced on Binance. The CEO mentioned that in November 2022, users withdrew $7 billion on a single day, yet the exchange didn't fail on their obligations, and they are still here today. So guys, don't listen to FUD unless they have sufficient and clear evidence that Binance is a scam, or they're trying to rip you off, or whatever it is they're trying to claim Binance is doing. You have to make sure that you're conducting your own thorough research. Don't just believe what everyone is telling you. There is so much fake news out there. There's been such worse situations than this. This is honestly nothing. $400 million is literally a drop in the ocean. Binance, to be honest with you, I still think they have got a serious future ahead of them. And here on this article it says, despite the increase, the current value remains significantly lower than the record high net outflow of 40,300 Bitcoin. Furthermore, withdrawals ranging from $1 to $10 million constituted 51% of this outflow, indicating that more significant transactions predominantly influenced the overall movement of funds. Although recent withdrawals occurred, Binance still holds a substantial amount of Bitcoin in its exchange address. According to Glassnode, the current balance is 694,000 Bitcoin, just 10,500 Bitcoin shy of the all-time high of 704,000. So guys, it's barely lost any Bitcoin under its assets under management, still owns 694,000 Bitcoin, which is absolutely enormous, and I honestly believe Binance will be okay. I think it's just the US which is causing this major problem for everyone. I don't think the whole world has a problem that's against Binance, it just seems to be America. But other than that, let's move on to the next article, which is going to be a short and sweet one. However, A16Z, one of the largest investment companies, is opening a London crypto office, citing that it's going to be the next hub for crypto. So venture capital firm Andreessen Horowitz, A16Z, is set to open its first office outside of the US this year, adding to the backdrop of US-based firms seeking greener pastures outside of the country. Chris Dixon, A16Z's founder and managing partner, cited a predictable business environment as one of the main factors behind its decision to expand. The move comes amid a slew of regulatory actions against crypto firms in the US in recent months, as we all may know, and Dixon said this decision was finalized after a productive dialogue with the UK Prime Minister, in addition to months of constructive conversations with HM Treasury UK policymakers. So let's take a look at this tweet by Dixon himself. So, big news to share, A16Z is expanding to the UK. We plan to open our first international office in London later this year, and will host the next crypto startup school there in 2024. That sounds pretty cool. Crypto Web3 is still in the early innings and needs clearer regulations to provide an open pathway for startups to build constructive solutions while protecting consumers and stamping out the harmful casino culture that has developed around crypto. The UK is on the right path for crypto regulation, working with industry on unique attributes of blockchain tech, laying a foundation for future blockchain apps, innovative sandbox approach to regulation, outcomes-based regulation, consumer protection front and center. The Prime Minister and policymakers across both parties see the promise of Web3 and committed to putting the right regulation and guardrails in place to protect consumers, foster innovation and allow startups to flourish there. We're excited to help them with this effort. The UK has deep pools of talent, world-leading academic institutions, and a strong entrepreneurial culture. Our London office slated to open later this year and will be led by Sriram Krishnan. Apparently, they've also invested in a number of UK-based crypto companies, including Arweave, Aztec Network, and Improbable.io, and today they announced that their newest investment is Genesis AI. There's a lot more that we can read, but they're going to be setting up a startup school. They're going to be having all of their main office set up in London, and they believe that the UK will be the next crypto hub, obviously after China. A16Z is definitely a company to follow, whether it's their portfolio, whether it's their team. I would definitely keep a close eye on them, as they are one of the biggest fish in the crypto space. Let's move on to the next article, which $350 million of crypto was liquidated, and that is pretty bad, but we have seen worse, and that is only $350 million worth of longs. That is excluding the shorts, which managed to rack up $50 million. So the severity of these losses varied across altcoins, with some suffering more devastating drops than others. Cardano ADA found itself at the harsh end of the scale, with a whopping 40% price reduction at its lowest point. BNB, which was Binance coin, was not far behind, enduring a 23% hit. XRP and Ethereum showed marginally better resilience, losing 11 and 7% of their values, respectively, but the fall was significant nonetheless. Adding to the chaos, assets that were recently labeled securities by the SEC and their compliant against Coinbase suffered even more. The additional layer of regulatory uncertainty seemed to amplify market volatility and push the prices of these specific assets even lower. This market correction stands as a stark reminder of the inherent risk associated with crypto, despite the relatively neutral reaction of retail investments to the SEC's list of digital assets that are now considered securities. Institutional investors are still going to sell most of their holdings, causing continuous pressure on the markets. Now, I don't know if I agree with this statement completely. I do understand that these big companies are dropping a lot of their tokens, but they are definitely not selling it all. They are merely trying to make the retail investors sell so that they can buy at a cheaper price. So be very careful with the articles you read and the people that you listen to. Most don't have an agenda, but some do. But guys, that's the article. A lot of people did get liquidated, mostly with longs, obviously because they thought the market was going to pump, but there was a serious drop. However, maybe now is the time to long the market, but who knows, I'm not a crypto trader like that. So let's move on to the next article, which is the one that you probably all been waiting for. What are the 68 cryptocurrencies that are now deemed as securities by the SEC? Without reading all of the other stuff that might be unnecessary, let's just go through all of the crypto securities. Okay guys, so these crypto securities are the Telegram's Gram, which is known as Ton coin, aka Ton, LBRY Credits, LBC, Omise Go, aka OMG, the Dash token, Algorand, aka Algo, Naga, Monolith, IHT Real Estate, Power Ledger, Chromatica, DFX Finance, AMP, AMP, Rally, Rary Governance Token, Deriva DAO, XYO Network, Liechtenstein Crypto Asset Exchange, Kin, Salt Lending, Beaksy Token, Dragon Chain, Tron, BitTorrent, Terra USD, Luna, Mirror Protocol, Mango, Ducat, Lock, Ethereum Max, Hydro, BitConnect, Meta OneCoin, Filecoin, BNB, Binance USD, Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Cosmos, Sandbox, Decentraland, Axie Infinity, Coty, Paragon, Air Token, Chiliz, Flow, Internet Computer, Near, Voyager Token, Nexo, and FTX Token. And supposedly Gary Gensler even said that everything other than Bitcoin is a security that falls under the agency's remit. And that is roughly over 25,000 cryptocurrencies to be precise, which I think, Gary Gensler, you are talking out of your beep. And yeah, personally, this is just to get you to sell so that they can buy. Guys, that is it for this article. Let's move on to the final one, which the prices of crypto are stabilizing even after the plunge after the SEC crackdown, which is absolutely hilarious. The FUD basically did nothing. We're still hovering over a $1 trillion market cap, which I'll show you in a second, and crypto prices are showing signs of stabilization after the sharp market sale that happened over the weekend. In the past week, 4 of the most 10 valuable coins plunged in value by at least 15%, which we've already gone through. So essentially this article is just saying what has happened over the weekend. We won't go through it all because we know and we've gone through most of it already. It is stating how the SEC crashed most of the amazing cryptocurrencies, especially the top 10, and that they are all deemed securities and that everyone should sell their crypto. Funnily enough, this article proves that the crypto market is still solid. It wasn't as bad as a panic that everyone thought out it was going to be. Obviously, the news makes it much worse than it is, and even CNBC is saying it's not too bad, which CNBC is one of the top media companies in the world. So I actually like this article. I'm liking how it's not very biased against crypto, and it explains how Coinbase and Binance are still fighting the SEC and what the current plans are right now. Gary Gensler is making a pain about the whole situation, and I can't wait to see what happens to him. I hope he gets fired and never returns. Guys, that is it for that article. Looking at the total crypto market cap, we are still over $1 trillion. I know we're 50 $50 billion away from dropping below it. I don't see that happening. I think we've seen the worst of the FUD right now. Unless, of course, Binance shut down completely and, of course, Coinbase. But personally, I don't see that happening. If that does happen, then wow. I think we're in for a big treat. I don't know what's going to happen in that case. I don't know how users withdraw their cryptocurrencies. If Coinbase and Binance go down, then it's only about time KuCoin, Crypto.com, OKX, Bybit, and who knows, all of these other ones could go down as well. But they seem to be going for only Binance and Coinbase. And guys, that's pretty much it for this video. For those who have been missing the Ethereum recently, you can actually head back on it now. It's only got 15 Gwei, which are very cheap transactions. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And we currently have a promotion running on Bybit, the best centralized exchange platform for buying, trading, and earning. Bybit is home to all your favorite cryptocurrencies, and you can claim up to $4,380 just by signing up using the link in the description below. It's simple. If you need help finding the right crypto gems, then follow us on Twitter at AltCryptoGems and head over to our website to get your hands on detailed project reviews, crypto guides, and more. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope you found this video helpful and informative. Until next time, DGens.